Alrighty, we should be recording now. Hey, everybody. Um, August 3rd, TRiSof meeting. Um, and let's see, I'm starting with crypto. Just kidding. I got crypto up on the screen right now, but stock wise, let's see, I guess I can share some things, and then I don't know if anybody else wants to pop in. David or anybody else in here, I don't know. Just let me know. Um, but I'll just get started. I have one potential option idea, and then
Yeah, I do have some ideas that I posted in the chat room, but I can go through them on here as well, and then I can go over like the broader market view as well.
oh yeah,
Um,
cool.
you want to check YouTube if this is working on YouTube?
Yeah, it looks like we are.
Yep, over like the broader market.
Wait, what's that?
I said, yeah, all right. I don't have it open, so I don't know. I'll
Oh,
take
let
your
me
word for it.
let me post it on in the chat just if anybody wants to pop it, turn it on, just so there's no mistakes, or if anybody wants to listen to it. Sorry, let me find it here really quick. And actually, there's a bunch of ideas in here too. So I was thinking about just running through your guys' ideas really quick. Well, some of these are yours, David, so you could talk about those. It looks like Andrew put some things in here. It sucks that the Trading View snapshot, they must have changed the link structure or something happened. So hopefully Seard will fix that so that our screenshots uh, look right, because they kind of look messed up right now. But anyway, I'll just share a couple things that I was thinking about here, because I just wanted to look at them anyway. Maybe the first thing would be the DXY and see what's going on with my options trade. But yeah, Ryan, they stopped embedding. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm sure it just last time this happened, it was just the link structure got changed, and so it threw the site off. But I think we can get it updated. Anyhow, so I don't know. I've talked about this dollar trade a bunch. It looks like it was kind of going in my favor here. I'm trying to buy those calls cheaper, so I was going to go look at these again right now. The UUP $25 calls, and see what's happened to them in the last few days. But dollar definitely pulled back. It's sort of to be expected, I think.
Did you guys sell into that rally?
I did. I sold half my long off.
Good. Good for you. Good for you.
And then that's kind of what I want to look at right now is see how much the 2023s are, because I think I should have probably been bidding, because I looked earlier. Let's see. Because I wanted to now buy the January 2023s here, the $25. Yeah, so the last is 80, but that's cool. Yeah, so they dipped down against, I guess that was yesterday. They dipped down to 70, but anyway, I'm kind of interested in them down here. I mean, just maybe 70 cents. They could go lower though. It just really comes, I guess it comes down to where this dollar bottoms here. So I don't know, probably shouldn't rush into this. I guess I should be much more patient. Just because there's not even really a good low to start working with. I guess we don't even have like a fractal breakout here. So I'll just keep watching this, probably even buy those cheaper. There's plenty of time. So the cheaper I can get them, the better. Obviously, I did sell half of my 2022s here, and they came down a few cents. They haven't moved a lot. So I don't know if I'll buy those back or just try to get the longer dated ones. But nonetheless, there's nothing really looking like a bottom here. So that's my dollar trade. And then I was thinking about, we were talking about IDERA today. It looks like it's breaking out. So I thought we could look at a potential SOF here. Nice W. Obviously tons of upside here. So I was wondering what maybe IDERA has for calls. I actually have some November calls that almost doubled today, but not quite. Wow, look at that. Oh, that's the stock, sorry.
Zach and I went and bought the Novembers and the Februarys, and the Novembers actually are double our purchase price already.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
Yeah, we paid 5 cents.
Sweet. Oh, I paid 10. Let's see. So what else is there? So you have the Februarys. So yeah, let's look at those.
We got both. But we don't have a lot, just like 3 options in total. But still, it's kind of fun. And I went and bought a bunch of the stock today, and I think Zach said he bought some of the stock too.
Okay, cool.
I think this should be a pretty good example of a TRiSof, I think.
Yeah, totally. You're talking about the $2 calls, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, they're sitting at 20 today right now.
Okay.
There's plenty of room, so it's just like, can you sneak in cheaper? I don't know, but like if I mean the SOF will have plenty of room in it, I think, because we're still dealing with
Look at that huge gap. Oh,
yeah,
$5.
yeah. I mean 350 is the target. So there's $1.56 in IV from the $2, right? So yeah.
Looks
So
like Ray likes option trades there too.
oh yeah, so what does Ray have here? So I don't know. You guys might look at that. It looks pretty awesome. Well, there's a bunch in here. I don't even know. You should post those in the room. Picked up idea stock would like some options though. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah. So I don't know. This is a cool trade. That could be, buy the February $2 calls. I have the November $2 calls. We'll see how I do on those. Yeah, 20 cents. I'd put
Oh, sorry.
maybe even 15 cents would be a decent place to just try to pick those up.
What did we? What are we bidding at there, Zach? I think it's might be 15 cents, might be 10 cents.
Our bid's at 15.
15.
Yeah, so I mean
I think we
did
got
10 of
filled
them
on
today.
one or two of them.
Yeah,
did
we got
10
filled on
today.
one. We have more waiting to be filled.
Anyway, so that was one thought I had that could be a cool SOF.
If
So
that stock goes up to $5, those options are going to be $300 a piece.
what about $3? Goes, you can't really get them for that much cheaper though, right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, and actually Ray, it's kind of cool that Ray is algo spat up.
Yeah, I don't want to. If I pull those up, I'll get all confused. So you could explain those, Ray, if you want here in a minute. Feel free to hop on. Anyhow, so ideas, that's a cool idea. Let me go through some of these in the room that Andrew posted, and then David, you can go through yours. Let's see, like Andrew has.
That is a really interesting option, open interest on the BCLI.
CDC. Oh yeah. There's interesting options you said, or
Yeah.
this one. This one looks good. I sort of chased a little bit. I had to take a little like quarter nibble right here that day because I knew it was blasting off, and so hopefully I can still get filled on the rest if it comes down. But what were you saying for options? Let's look at those.
The 750 strike, there's a huge put option open interest on it. If somebody wants to, I actually think this might be actually a WDB.
Which expiration?
I think January.
Oh wait, that's 2023.
Or February? Maybe it's February. Oh yeah, there you go, there, right there.
Oh
So
wow,
that's
look at that.
the
Fucking
options.
hell.
Well, those are the calls, but look down
Oh.
the puts.
Yeah.
Somebody's got a big position on them. I'm not quite sure how that goes. But,
I mean, there's a lot on this side too.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a straddle.
750, so that's
Yeah,
88.6.
Yeah, way up there, right?
Wow.
So I think there's a pretty high probability this thing's going to be back up top.
I mean, this gap is 650.
So Zach and I are just trying to figure out how to help. I bought the stock.
I like the cheeky little. I like this like cheeky little div here with the W coming in right after it.
Yeah, stock. I mean, it looks good. The question here is, they have an option, but the option, I think, was it this one or was that PHIO, Zach? I can't remember. The warrant expires in January or something.
That was at PHIO. The warrant expires in December.
December, yeah.
Oh, I saw that one was popping too. Huh?
It'd be great if this thing had warrants, but it doesn't even have any warrants.
Ooh, look at that.
No,
that's
really
a nice little W.
But the warrants expire at the end of the year, so man, very, very risky.
I'm long the stock. So this one expires at the end of the year, you said?
The warrants.
Yeah, the warrants. I might have to just.
Which means it'll probably jump up.
Yeah, I don't have any that many left.
I think it's December 21st it expires.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So just keep that in mind, people, if you do happen to own that thing.
The stock looks pretty good though. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I'm long from
Yeah,
right here, so I'm just getting back to my level.
I'm still trying to get into it. I think it was my idea and I still don't own it.
Looks pretty good. What is it? What's going on with it? I mean, the numbers are awesome. Oh, they're having a fireside chat. We should have a TRI fireside chat. I don't even know what that is. Fireside chat. I mean, this looks really good. Yeah, it looks like.
Wait, are we looking at FIO or BCLI?
Oh, I'm looking at FIO right now. I was just curious
Oh.
what they were up to.
Gotcha.
Both of those stocks are good.
But we were looking at both of them. Sorry.
I think FIO is all preclinical. Like they don't have anything in trials, if I remember right.
Yeah, we were a
No.
little disappointed in that.
Oh, speaking of which, ears became something else. What did it become? Cyto or something? Oh yeah. So if you had ears, it's now this CYTO,
Oops.
this was one of my big runners from the past. Fuck. Ah, son of a bitch. This is a good one. So yeah, they did pop it hard, and it looks like they just brought it right back today. But I did notice this was up today, and then I was like, what the fuck is it? And then I realized it's ears. So they changed their name. It was just a 1-for-1 restructuring or whatever. So that happened. And then what else? I got a double on LHDX. That one, dude, I fucking nipped it. I got it by like a couple cents, I think. Because I was 11.08 and it went to 11.10.
Wow. Yeah, I just missed mine. Sweet.
And then also, oh wait, that was the only stock double, yeah, because I got 2 crypto doubles too. But what else? I still like that New Way. Still looks good to me. Oh, look at that! Fuck yeah!
What the hell's that shit?
This is that New Way that I've been talking about. So that looks like
It's reorganized something else, right?
CHFS.
Oh, this is Chefs.
So yeah, so this is one that I like, and then the only other one that I was like, yeah, there wasn't any other ones. That New Way is probably the most exciting one for me that's buyable right now or close to buyable. Oh yeah, anyway, then so I was gonna start with Andrews here. Let's see, he has this CDC, it looks like VCIM type stuff. This Cadillac Ventures. I'm not sure I have the right one. Let's see.
Cadillac Ventures.
It's a good name. This is his chart. Let's see.
Andrew Chung. Andrew's here.
Yeah, this is his name, Simple Jack. Simple Jack X.
But when did they roll it back? Oh, that's what the hell's that trading?
This is TSXV.
CDC, is that what the symbol is?
CDC, yeah.
Oh, maybe this is our first Korean barbecue plot. These
like
W's fire would be interesting foggy levels up top, eh? Pretty damn big.
I like how it's sitting right at this W level back here.
CDC.
CDC.
It's cheap. I like how cheap it is. But what do they do? Oh, it looks like they just rolled the stock back.
They venture Cadillacs. 50 million.
So maybe they just rolled it back again. So wow, 50 million, and that's after a rollback. COVID is ramping up long CDC. All right. CDC. Oh, ha, Center for Disease Control. Well, it sounds to me like they're the streets shorting this shit. What's the
They're in the mineral business.
mining? Yeah, metals and mining. Anyway, be careful on these things, eh?
Under construction. Well, that's cool. Keep in mind. Let me find the next one. Let's see.
CDC. 6.5 cents. Wow.
There's a inverted head and shoulder working on that one.
Cool. Summer
All right.
2021 exploration program. Tin Hill, tungsten in central New Brunswick. Andrew, you should ask Shane to go and check this property out. See what the hell they're doing. 3 kilometers northeast of Burnt Hill Mine. I always say the best place to find a mine is beside another mine. New Brunswick's a little far away from him. He's in Nova Scotia. So you're going into the tin business? Tungsten?
Cool.
So yeah, I don't like the fact like if they just rolled it back and now it has 50 million up, that's still a lot. Huge insider selling here recently. I'd have to see shares for debt options to directors, all that kind of stuff to get excited.
I forgot I was gonna. Did we? Oh, we did look at Brainstorm's options a little bit, but we didn't really. Okay, well, cool. There's the next one's this class he's got here. CLAS.
That's nice and cheap. What's your name? How many shares out on this one?
Wait, is that it? Claritas Pharmaceuticals? CLAS, yeah.
Think they just rolled it back?
Wow, it looks really cheap.
Claritas.
The daily chart?
That's the daily, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a weekly chart. Jeez. Damn, that's a little deep sea Kavarkers.
What's the symbol?
CLAS. It's an awesome location.
Claritas Pharmaceuticals Inc. 47 cents a share. 35 million out. That's a little better.
I mean, it might take a while to like kind of
fucking... like that. There you go. Now you're firing. Grant of stock options on July 23rd. 51 cents. Ooh. Company CFO. Purchase options to purchase 1.7 million common shares were granted to Robert Farrell, company chairman, president, and CE fucking O. So there you go. You're getting in with the big boy himself.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So basically, just gonna be riding that bitch's coattails. So actually, that's a good example of riding coattails. They got a lot of people along from that level. Perennial Encobaster MD. Wow, there's a name. Incubator. Incubator? That's got to be a made-up name. That's hilarious. Stop.
The ankle biter.
Huh?
Ankle biter.
Ankle biter.
Ankle biter. I think here. I'll screen share. You check this out. Look at his name. It's got to be made up. There's his name right there. Ankabater.
Ankle
So
biter.
that's right, ankle biter. He's an ankle biter. This is an interesting name. Perennial? Perennially? Perennial?
I think it's pronounced Ankh-Batar.
Ankbatar?
Yeah.
Boring. I like ankle biter.
Hey, I'm with you on that.
Who's this? Victoria Rudman, the company's CFO. Hey, I wonder, Andrew, if she is, what you call it? Is she, maybe Robert Farrell is a gentleman farmer. I wonder if she would know what that expression means. So anyway, these guys are they're getting along big time here. So that's a good sign.
Well, fucking A, man. 47 cents. That sounds pretty good right there.
Yeah, well, you're getting in longer than, or excuse me, under where they're long. So that's good.
I mean, a double is just going to be, just that's like not even.
Oh, where are you? Are you over there? Yeah, 47. Back to 90 cents.
Yeah, this is like 50% level is $1.30. So
Oh wow, Andrew, you're getting good at this shit. You want to wait for that W to come in? Probably change that to a line chart. You can see the W forming. There it is. So, geez, where did that high start? We love it when the highs just go right off the top of the chart. No idea how high that old high is. Wow, look at that. Jeez, Andrew, you're getting good at this shit.
I mean, that's insane right there.
Yeah, do that looks like an LJ. Like the LJ's there.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, you could probably even take it off there. It's just nice.
Yeah. Ankle biter. Actually, I used to call ankle biters sort of like new people learning how to skate. I always call them ankle biters.
Cool. I mean, it looks
I think
pretty
that's
good.
my name for you, Mr. Ankle Biter. But we have to pronounce it correctly. Ankh Batar. I can have fun with this one. That's a cool, good idea, dude. Good idea.
Yeah, I like that.
This guy's gonna be my roommate soon. Fucking A.
Nice.
Like
you can just
he's doing some kick-ass fucking stock analysis.
he can just send you these on the LAN.
Damn straight. We're gonna set up like a total fucking war room, trading room. It's gonna be just so stoked. I'm so stoked. It's gonna be awesome.
You need like a circular desk, like a
Yeah. Well, I wonder maybe that's what we should do is put a circle desk right in the middle and then screens all the way around.
Yeah, like around the top.
You remember Dune when they were fighting the big war and they all looked through those funny little goggle things and the commander dudes were operating all the guns. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't really remember Dune that much. Is this the one where it's like the spice? They're all into the spice.
yeah. But not the new movie, the original one.
Yeah.
It was so bizarre the way that they depicted the whole sort of war. It was very weird.
Yeah, this is all the new one.
Yeah, with Sting. Yeah. Anyway,
that's what's his name.
That's a bizarre reference. Point here is look at that gap up there. Jeez, what is that? $7. I can't.
Yeah, $7 is up. That gap's $7.
Yeah, right there. That's so money. So it's shit like this. This is ironically enough the Korean barbecue. Probably, Andrew, do a foggy boggy off that entire W that's forming right now.
Yeah, that's like this.
4.67 is that? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Boom, done. Well, that was easy. It's just as simple as this. Then all you gotta do is just take the entire capital base and then go find the next one.
Yeah, you would walk right here then, right? You just
I would put half of the stock up for sale at that 2.618 and the other half at that 4.669. Try and get like a nice average selling price of 3.5x. Good idea, Andrew. I like it.
Cool. I like that one.
Yeah. Especially with all those insiders piling in. Because that's like a good 5-10% of the company right there, along for 50 cents.
Cool. So he has another one here. This EL looks very much the same. That's cool.
Yeah, pretty charts.
Engagement Labs. Nice.
Oh, look at that. That does look nice. What's the volume? Oh, look at that OBB. Did I ever tell you guys? I'm sure I've told you this before. We had one guy who is on the site. Now he's like literally landed gentry in fucking Germany. And he said if I ever had one indicator just to use, it would just be show me OBV divergence. So that thing's just screaming by.
Totally. I was explaining that to somebody earlier. I think did I see on Luna there was a sick one? Just
Luna?
fun. Yeah, went before it broke out. Yeah, you don't see them all the time. It's funny, but
Share split. Okay, so let's see what the hell he's got here. What's the symbol of this?
EL. This is L. What was it? Claritas was the last one. When these two are gonna merge, and they're gonna be El Claritas.
Did you just talk about a female body part? 46 million out.
I don't know.
Engagement Lab 5-for-1 share consolidation now effective. 5-for-1. So they had like 200-300 million now. Leading U.S. insurance provider.
Kevin, are you talking?
No,
Okay.
I was just watching Brian.
All right.
You guys might not see him unless you have
What
to
am I
pin him.
doing?
Oh no, I was watching you go through your TMX money. That's what's on YouTube too.
Yeah, I just want to figure out whether how much is supposed to be out after this rollback.
5-for-1 share consolidation now effective.
Yeah, that's
Oh well, that was just like a week ago too, huh?
Yeah. So is where's the actually let me just go to company. Oh, what the hell is this? Cookies.
Cookies.
Total social. Next week's sales are driven by this week's conversations about your brain.
CLAS split 1-for-20 a week ago. That's the other one, but
The class?
yeah. That's what
So-
Will's saying in the chat right now. I'll look at CLRB while you're looking at that.
It's a yeah, it's an interesting play. I don't know whether it's I think I like that other one better. That's just me, but I could see this thing doing its thing. I don't know whether I like 50 million of but maybe a lot.
Class might have warrants.
Nice.
Yeah.
Class warrant. Oh yeah, let's see. Well, I mean, there's
EL? Engagement Labs. Don't see anything.
oh, he was talking about class, but I don't see any warrants on class either. There's warrants on the New York Stock Exchange, but that's probably that's a different company.
Ryan says CLSWS. Oh no, that's something else.
Yeah, that's a U.S. company there.
Yeah, I like. I think I'm gonna have to create a list of Korean barbecue.
Korean ankle biter.
Uh, not BBQ. Um, so EL. And what was that other one that we were just looking at a moment ago?
EL. Well, CLAS, EL.
LAS.
Yeah, those are cool ideas.
Yeah, I like that because I like Andrew to take ownership of this.
And there was that other one too, the one that had 50 million, not the first one. Which one was that? That was CDC.
See, oh yeah, Cadillac Ventures. I don't know. Yeah, I mean the interesting thing is it realistic to see the offer is 6. How much is it going to take to get filled in size? There's 80 on the bid at 5.5, so that's like what, 4 Gs. So, but what is it realistic to see 12, 13 cents trade over this thing over the next year or two? It's not unrealistic, I don't think. And if it does get going in earnest, woohoo. But interesting that they have 2. So, did you on the Cadillac Ventures? Did you have any shares for debt, options to directors? Did you have any news like that? I mean, of course, I love the options to directors.
Yeah, I don't know.
I only found share split for it. Okay, yeah. So, okay. I mean, a fantastic location. How many shares out on this thing now?
50 million.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's too much, especially for a nickel stock. And no signs of options to directors or shares for that, man. Dude, this one, this class. Oh my goodness. I'm probably, you know what? I'm probably gonna go buy some stock tomorrow. I mean, you cocksucking son of a bitch. Just gotta go make some money. Thanks, man.
Pew pew pew.
Woohoo! That's great.
Cool.
That's shit. That's Andrew, dude. You and I are gonna make so much fucking money here. This is so cool. Sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit.
I think you were talking about the M3 metals today too. Which was the one that's still looking pretty good? Was it?
Love that MT, just perfect.
Oh, MT. That's
yeah,
right.
Zach confirmed that even I have that. You know, I even said to Zach, I don't mind MT right here being my proxy for Korean barbecue play here.
I mean, this one, yeah, like, look at that key reversal right there. That's funny. It's sitting basically right on the key reversal breakout there.
I don't know what's up with this thing. Live by the sword, die by the sword, I suppose. But looks like there's money to be made. Let's see how it goes.
I mean, ideally, it'd be nice to get a pullback to buy it here. But I guess I got to move my.
Question is, are you guys looking at any crypto blockchain stocks?
Are we? Well,
I don't know. Are any of you? I guess I'm not hearing anything from Andrew.
I mean, I got really interested in this bit digital and then missed it, and it looks like it doesn't want to come back down. But I am interested in that. And then, of course, the NFT ones kind of started popping, right? The LPN popped a bit. I just never really wanted to buy this one back, and the one I do like more because of location is the YVR, but it didn't really do too much. I don't know how related to blockchain these are. Then there's that Annie, which I don't think came down enough. The other Bitcoin miner. Yes, it doesn't want to come back down here, but I guess I'm interested in that one.
Like uniforms. Oh my goodness, that thing.
Oh, what was that one again? CMFS.
Yeah, I know. So I think it is.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
CFMS. Oh yeah, conformist.
I think these guys.
Woo,
Look at
fuck.
that. Fuck me, man. Jesus Christ, that's got like big ass bucks written all over it. That's got big, sexy booty bucks. That's gotta be like Daniela. He's got that. That looks like one of his J-Lo booty bottoms, right? Jeez, that thing looks good. Well, I was barking about this one at $1.50 there the other day.
Yeah, looks.
So there it goes. I'm just wondering if you guys have any crypto stocks on the books or anything you're watching.
I mean, I don't have any that I'm like trying to actively buy that I know of.
Look at BTCM.
BTCM. Bit mining. Huh. Wow,
Oh, there you
straight
go.
up, straight up, straight down.
Bitcoin Mining Limited.
Bit mining limited.
I'm sorry, Bit. I can't figure out it.
Yeah, bit mining limited. What does this thing look like? BTC.
What's
Yeah.
the story, Will?
Oh, it's Chinese miner, it looks like.
Another one of the Chinese miners who's getting their machines out of country.
Sure like the look of that HUD. And I think HUD actually you could even get HUD on FinViz there.
You're on a weekly, Kevin.
Yeah, totally.
Interesting that weekly gap down at the bottom there.
You can get HUD on FinViz now because it's traded in the States, or
Yeah, it's on NASDAQ.
yeah, the only problem, I mean, this is all well and good, but we don't even have a fractal bottom here yet, so it's probably got some time to let this thing breathe a bit. I guess there's a little W there, but
China.
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 Eh,
That looks like China to me.
yeah.
China. But somebody was saying there's an inverted head and shoulders on this thing. I suppose I could see that there. It's kind of sloppy, but
To me, it
it's
looks
not
like
stupid.
megaphone.
Man, it sure looks exactly like Bitcoin chart. That's interesting. I didn't realize that head and shoulders was so low.
Kind of, isn't it like sort of like a megaphone like that or something? I guess.
Yeah, that's a good observation.
Which I don't know what that means. It just means we're kind of middle of the road right here.
I could see if actually, David, you're on the call here. Would you say that that top of that megaphone has been traded to a third time?
For burritos.
No, for this. Oh, sorry. You're probably. We're only Brian and I are looking at my screen. I bet.
Oh, shitty. What are you recording? I'm looking at yours, man.
Yeah.
Are you recording my screen?
I was just there for the last minute or so. Sorry, guys. It's hard for me to like. When I do this show, I get like it's easy for me to get distracted when I'm talking.
Yeah, my apologies.
No worries. I'd switched you. It's all good. It wasn't for very long.
I'll stop presenting their stuff. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and the meet, Brian and I are both sharing, so you'd have to pin us. But Anyway, with this megaphone right here, it's not that big a deal. I mean, the thing is like, I mean, there's probably other things I'd rather buy. Like, rather than buy this, I'd rather go buy these altcoins like this one. GRT, I love the looks of this thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
What do you
I
expect?
have a inverted head and shoulder there
On the other one?
on HUT.
Yeah, this one here. So,
Look at that volume pattern, eh?
oh wow, there is a lot of volume coming in. Holy shit.
That is a new high on a volume bar too on one day there.
Like a
Yeah.
steep one or something like that?
Yes. And if you take that low from what is it, 23rd April, or you can even use the low from the 19th and just draw a support level off that. I'll kind of give you like a flat neckline.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is that a little lower? It looks like it might be, but
The left
356.
shoulder's ahead? Yeah, that's lower.
That's
Oh, you mean that one.
350, so it actually would be this right here, but I mean, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I like that because that doji bar and then the shooting star bar the next day they almost like pivot right off of that blue line. That's
All
something
right.
you sort of pointed out today, though.
I mean, I definitely could see
might
how
even, might even take your head and shoulders and actually adjust the neckline of your head and shoulders study right off that blue line. Yeah. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. I liked how you pointed that out today, David.
Yeah. Look for that key support level where it's acts from both sides, and you'll get a good leveled neckline.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Really cool.
I mean, I suppose the location's pretty good off of that low there, but yeah,
It's
I don't
not
know.
really the best location. I guess what I would say here is if Bitcoin's going to start face ripping back up, then away we go. So,
Yeah, there's not really even a
Probably the
bot in
odds.
there.
I wonder if Kiran would look at this and say, well, you know, the odds, the probability of going long off of here because we did break down and we took out that previous structure sort of support, the odds of going long here are tough.
Yeah, until he would probably say it's got to get above here, right? And like it has to get up like that and do something to up above that level.
Well, that rally did break the bear sentiment, but I'm actually thinking like if you zoom out even more. And the big bull run, I think it was like the structure was that sort of, it's almost like a huge, yeah, right there.
Yeah,
that. So the fact that that structure was broken means that technically the bull's kind of in trouble here. So maybe you have to see a little bit more anecdotal evidence of the bull. Like you said, maybe start painting higher highs again and higher lows. Where you hunt that long. Tough one. I like how you guys are getting really good at getting long off those right shoulders. So probably if you drill down to like say a 4-hour chart or something, right in that right shoulder there's probably a kick pass trade. Yeah, right down.
Yeah, I mean, you could have drawn your.
That would have been like the UTRI traders got a trade.
Right on. Well, it's pretty cool.
Nice drawing.
I don't know, David, do you want to do something? You want to show us some stuff?
Sure.
Thank you, Kevin. That was great.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks, Andrew, for the ideas. That was cool. I think the takeaway on that one was the CLAS was the one we liked the best, it seemed like.
Yeah, I really like
Yeah,
that.
so it's cool.
And in where
That's
below
great.
where directors are long.
Yeah, so cool. I like that too.
I don't know. Was there an OTC version of that for you Americans?
I didn't look, but I'm going Canadian. I've gone Canadian. I'm moving to Canada. Hey.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. No. Yo quiero lumberjack. What would you say? Maple syrup. KALTF. For all you Americans. I don't know what's showing on YouTube. I guess I'll pop
David
up.
is. David's showing on YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah.
right on. Okay, so what do you see, David?
So on this dollar, I've been watching this megaphone pattern, and it would be a bearish one. We have 3 tags up here, and I'm not really sure if we're going to break through this. I'm watching this like smaller megaphone as well. But what I had initially, let me switch to like daily here. So I have this huge Eve Atom. We have this smaller Eve Atom, and we haven't had a Wyckoff check of that breakout level. So if this does break down, that would support this being a megaphone. So it would just break and probably give us a Wyckoff check. If that happens, then maybe we go higher in the market. But as far as the broader market goes, there is a couple of head and shoulder patterns that I'm paying attention to. Also on the 4-hour. So we did have the shooting star here. We may have a potential inside bar for tomorrow, or if this becomes a empire. We'll just have to wait and see. But if we break above this, if we break above this high, then this pattern's dead. Same with the NASDAQ. Well, it's not a head and shoulder, but it is a Adam and Eve. And it looks like this high is holding. If this breaks down.
Does anybody know what the reason was that they said why the stock market rallied late today?
I have no idea. So I looked at the Congress calendar, and it shows that the Senate is still in session for this final week. And then after that, they won't be back until like some mid-September, after Labor Day. Russell. Yeah, so Russell, we've been watching this huge head and shoulder pattern. So not really sure which way it's going to go, but I am leaning towards the bears side on everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these patterns, like the way it sold off the Monday to Tuesday morning, the shooting star.
How's the if you don't mind me asking, maybe it's too personal, but how's sort of like the rental business going? Is that winding down? Does that make you feel more pessimistic about the economy?
No, I've been getting bookings. I've been pretty much full all year.
Yeah, see, I think all the central planners and shit, they've all been trying to tell us that into the end of this year, this market's gonna keep going boom higher.
So for Florida, we're getting into the low season, beginning like mid-August because kids start going back to school.
Yeah.
And then like September is really the lowest season. So anybody ever wants to go out there for really cheap, September is probably the month to do that. Less traffic and all that. But,
Yeah.
but yeah, so there's been a lot of people who've been renting and using their stimulus money to go out there, probably not paying their rental, um, their bill there, and
Have you guys been hearing that legislation is done now, and people have to start doing that? Like, wasn't there some sort of moratorium or something date there?
yeah, for evictions and things like that. But I haven't looked into the news. That's something I'm behind on, and I want to look into see how that's going to affect others.
And I would have thought though, if people A had to start paying rent and B had to start paying back rent that was owed, that you would see that reflected in your sort of booking reservation numbers going forward.
Well, a lot of the bookings that I have are people who are looking for property, and there is barely any supply of property for buying.
So they're coming to you and renting.
Yeah, to search for a place to live.
Ah, interesting. So you're finding that a lot of your customers are kind of like, would you call them almost like carpetbaggers? Coming down from the north, they're not really locals. They're coming in to buy up cheap land, what they think is cheap land.
I don't know where they're coming from, but the next couple of guests I have coming up are people who are buyers in the market.
Man, interesting.
David, you do short-term rentals?
Yeah, I do short-term rentals.
Okay, so you probably see a little bit less evictions than like actual year
Correct.
plus leases. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to think about evicting people, do you?
I don't have to do evictions
Yeah.
because I fall into as a hotel.
Yeah.
I just call the police and get them kicked out.
There you go.
Never had to do that, knock on wood.
Yeah. Well, it sounds to me like you're a little bit higher end. So anyway, it'd be curious because I personally think that your sort of business is going to be a great tell who your clientele are, whether the business is ramping up, whether it's winding down. I think it's going to be a great tell on sort of what the economy is doing in general. So, I've been hearing that the cases in Florida are through the roof and it's going nuts there. Is that the case or is that not the case?
Repeat that question. I missed the last.
The sickness in Florida is getting out of control, and it's new highs in cases, stuff like that.
Well, if they shut things down again, then yeah, that would prevent me from doing my business.
Well, no, I'm just asking: is that the case, or is that media is being manipulated? That's actually not true.
I think a lot of that's been exaggerated. I didn't look into the actual hospital numbers themselves.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I don't even know, on the other side of the continent, I don't even know what's true and what isn't, and what's manufactured news for us.
I just, to me, it seems like they've been pushing the COVID news so hard, and it's been ridiculous and petty with the whole mask, wearing masks and not. To me, it's all political theater for some reason. And I guess they're trying to get people to talk about COVID, and they're distracting them, and so they're not talking about the immigration, the CRT stuff, everything.
Yeah, those are good points. Excellent points. We talk about the insane dilution of the money. So is this a nice convenient distraction? Well, that's an excellent.
So just for the skeptical in the room, I posted an image off the New York City data tracking site to the lounge, to the club lounge. And what you see is the jump in cases because of the new variant. The new variation is more contagious, obviously, right? There you go. But you see the rollover in the hospitalizations. So that's a 4-week lag right there. Right? So that's like, so the ramp up in cases was from started in so that's beginning of July. Yep.
Right after
And
July 4th.
yeah, so that's a month ago, right? But you see, we're rolling over on cases. But meanwhile, we had the mayor of New York talking about, and he had like 10 medical people on his press conference today with him, talking about it was deadly. Yeah, I just I don't have words for my personal point of view, but you know, so that's the data coming off the New York City site. But they're
So
pumping it hard.
it seems like it's dying down.
And they're rolling out now a vaccine pass, mandatory for every restaurant and entertainment venue, and mandatory vaccine for all employees of those establishments, and mandatory vaccine, no testing option for all New York City employees. That's going to also include, so this is going to hit the unions, and we'll see how the unions respond to this, because that's going to hit the especially the teachers union, which I think is gigantic, and the police union, which is 50,000 people. And we're not even talking about school yet, because school is in 4 weeks.
So, did we mention that Pfizer stock just broke out to a new all-time high?
And meanwhile, Pfizer just raised their rates in a new deal with Europe.
Yeah, isn't that hilarious? Those cocksuckers. That's capitalism for you. Now that is, don't let a good crisis go to waste. Let's fucking build these motherfuckers for as much as we can get.
And then let's so then for the bonus, there's the bonus data of the per borough. The first borough, I couldn't get it all in one screenshot. Bronx is up top. Your biggest caseload is Brooklyn, right? And Manhattan and Queens. And you can see on Staten Island, which is all of your white Trump voters, is the case numbers are the lowest.
I mean, I don't understand what I'm looking at there, or how I'm supposed to interpret that.
Those are case number. That's case growth by borough.
Yeah.
So
So does that not mean that we're even worse than we were before?
No, because this chart is only going back to May this year, right? So you're not looking at the case. If you were to go back, look at case numbers back in the winter, they're way up this chart, right? We're still down at very small numbers comparatively, right? So there's the new game in town is to compare your numbers to something. You know, it's like when you buy the stock cheap, right? Like, yeah, it doubled, went from 10 cents to 20 cents, right? But it was at $20 before, right?
Right. Yeah, see, the irony of it all is that you guys all should see everything that you've sort of learned here at TRI. You should now actually see it all in this kind of data. Because we're not really learning about price charts. What we're actually learning about is how the universe works. It's kind of funny. So, but I'm surprised nobody's drawn fibs off of any of these studies.
Well, I think there's a missing piece to this conversation, and that's ER and ICU.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, that's really what this is about. And I mean, we can look at data all day long, but I mean, so I have a really good friend that's a ER doc in a major Los Angeles hospital. I talk to him weekly. He's in the COVID wing. He's been there since the beginning. He's about ready to quit. He's been through the ringer. He said that he has absolutely 0 ICU beds available right now. So, you know, I mean, this is a guy I trust thoroughly. He's seen a huge spike in cases several weeks ago, and then now people are piling into the hospital. So,
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's a guy I've known for, over a decade. I'm
always looking for things like hospitalizations, but none of the data I saw really helped me understand any better. It's kind of a shame how there's so many of these sources come and go.
Well, it's interesting, right? So, like, I can find the hospital data here on the big island of Hawaii, but we have like 18 ICU beds on this island. So you have like one pile up on the highway and you could have your ICU beds 50% full, right? So that data really doesn't mean anything. By the way, we're at like 90% right now, but most of them are not COVID cases. But a major hospital in Los Angeles, talking to the guy that's about ready to go into the overflow tents out in the parking lot, right? It's real world data. So there's something to it.
How's the Californian politician? Ray, aren't you in California? How are things on the ground there? I seem to remember Ray said he was from California. Maybe. Anybody on the ground in California?
I could get my sister to come and do a guest spot where she bitches about liberals for about an hour. That's probably what she would do.
Is she single?
She's single.
No.
David, you kill me. I thought Ray, you were. I guess Grim. He's on the West Coast here. He's in Oregon. Anyway,
I don't know. California's a shit show. I don't know, man. Even when I was there last year, it was such a shit show. I thought, like, just, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to see, like, what is the hospitalizations here? And it's so difficult to get, like, a number. I don't know whether the chart's going up or down.
Well, here's one for you. Hawaii's cases are up like 300% just in the last 2 weeks, right? And school starts today and tomorrow. They're sending, 200,000 kids back to school and won't do any type of distance learning, right? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next probably 4 to 6 weeks to see if it has any issues or not.
Okay, so I mean, I can share my. Do we want to talk any more about this, or should we move on to the next topic?
Maybe we probably just move on.
Okay.
Just because, I don't know. We don't have to, but COVID kind of starts taking over.
Yeah, no. What's on your mind here with regard to the corn, sir?
So there is this potential inverted head and shoulder pattern here playing out. I don't know if Ray's here today. If I was going to ask him if this risk zone that we had is still on his chart. Is Ray here today?
He was earlier.
Yep. Yeah. Do you hear me?
Hey.
Yes, I hear you.
Okay.
So do you?
Let me check.
Okay.
What was the question?
So last time you said that there, like, if Bitcoin popped up to this level, like this range, and then it broke down, that would be a bearish signal for you, or that we would be in a bear at that point. And I was wondering if you still had that same thesis.
Oh, no, that's changed now.
That's changed now. Okay.
Yeah. So right now, I'm not super bull, but I'm a bit more bullish on Bitcoin. That said, if it breaks 30,680 and stays below that becomes there again.
Gotcha.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, so it has to break basically what I have as the left shoulder.
Yeah. So I was expecting the price to shoot up to that level and go back, but it didn't happen, right? So that's changed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can share my screen if you want to see what I'm.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Let me stop here and let you show that.
And it's gonna be a bit messy because I have lots of things on my screen. Let's see.
It's probably not as messy as my screen there.
Oh, that's John. Let's see. Oh no. All right. a tab. Let's see this. All right, I think it's coming up. So when I got that signal, that's the indicator that I'm using, right? This is the red line that I was talking about. We're way far from that time. And I got that short signal. This is my level. So coming back there, it was a short. But now I got actually a bit or slightly bullish signal here. So I'm waiting for this to resolve. I'm expecting this to come, the price to come down somewhere around the time, the place that I got the signal. That would be a buy, not a strong buy, but a buy, right? And then the risk would be around 70,000. So I will enter if I want to go long, which I don't because I already have a long position from way down. But if I want to buy this, and remember this is a Ikenashi. So if I want to buy Bitcoin, I will be long from this, from 34,000 area. My risk would be at 30,000, 31,000. With one thing consider in mind or have in mind, and that would be you need to break this this stuff that I have, and it should stay below it. So if it comes back, then it's not short, right? So that's what I'm actually looking at. But there are a lot of lines that this is actually a very, very important level in my view. We couldn't take that area, right? So if they're moving up and then doing a W over there, that would have been a good signal, but it didn't happen. Still can W again and go off. But, so that's what I'm looking at. Then my levels would be here, right? So 23 going down. These are lines that come from back in 2019 and even before that. So it's pretty, pretty messy at this time. But we have to let it resolve because I think this is like in the middle of nowhere right now, right? And it could be very well a head and shoulder for this one, right? Does it make sense?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you for sharing all that.
Yeah. So one thing that I was interested in was this dash trade, and I got a signal. I entered earlier, but I got a signal here around 140, 135. I think this is a better structure, at least from what I see from the picture. And I'm not looking to fundamentals, so keep that in mind. But so just as a trade, I think Dash has the better trade. A couple of other names. I'm not into many of the names. As you see, I'm only into some of this. But I think there was a KSM. That was a good one. This one. No, that's not. Yeah. So that's just I think Dash was one. Let me quickly check. Oh, actually, I don't have a lot of signals. The only signals that I have for today is FLO versus BTC, IGNIS versus BTC, XHV versus BTC, and that's it. Not many. Hopefully, it makes sense.
Yes. Thank you.
Sure. And that BCLI also was a blank, at least from yesterday.
BCLI.
Yeah.
Let me get my screen up here. I think we looked at BCLI just a little while ago. Yeah. So this actually
let me
might.
share my screen on that one. I think it was a.
All right.
I did
Go ahead.
notice that one. They couldn't quite break that one out past the old high.
It looks like it's turning into an inverted head and shoulder there. I'll show you. I'll draw it on there in just a sec.
Yeah, so the trade that I'm in this one, I haven't yet. I was working on a bit for this stock, but I wrote a $5 put, and I wrote it for $2.8. That means my cost average, but my cost would be at 2.2, right? That's actually a very good level. But that's I got the signal yesterday for long for this one. A couple of long signals for that. That's basically, and there is the alpha and beta and gamma. So basically, that means how strong the signal is. Right? So, that's where I'm standing with that one. I think it's not a bad name. I think it's a WVB. It's showing up. Um, no, actually not a WVB. Okay, so never mind. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's just it's Morpheus Lasso. It's showing up when I'm talking.
So here's the potential inverted head and
Alright.
shoulder.
Yeah, let's see what it does tomorrow.
Yeah. If it breaks these lows, then we had to look for something else. Anyhow, let me see where. Oh yeah, coin. So for coin, I've been watching this potential head and shoulder, and if it breaks down, I get a third tag on this megaphone here, and then after that, I'll have to see if we get a W here or some sort of structure. Otherwise, there's these larger ones, but these are from lower time frames. So I'll just focus on this one for the time being. Forget the names I posted in the chat. I'll have to go look at them. One second. Let me go pull up my list here. KVSB. That's the next door app. So just waiting for a third tag down here. If we break this midpoint, I can see that happening. This goes in line with the bearish idea of the broader market. CDXC. Same thing. These are just a couple of names that I've been looking at. So this one looks like it's ready to break out here. If we break above this, then I'd probably wait for the Wyckoff check here at this level before stepping in. I think the correct place to step in was back over here, but I missed that already. So I'll just wait to see what happens. A staff. That just looks like it broke down again. And it's headed for this third tag. BTBT. We hit a target level here off this W. And at this point, we just need to wait for it to come back down here. And we may have this. This might be an atom here. CW here, and then that will be our buy signal to get back in. I was looking at auto earlier. This company does, they connect the dealers with buyers. Not really exactly sure how they do that. I think if you go to a dealer and they're looking for a car and they don't have it, they connect it with other dealers to move the inventory around. But I'm watching this inverted head and shoulder here. There is a potential megaphone if we lose this left shoulder low here. So this is the midpoint of the megaphone, and it did, like, we have an indecision candle here basically. So we'll find out in the next couple of days. Kevin, TMP I think is one of your names, or was in the past.
Yeah, it's just someone I've talked about in the past. I'm not trading it right now.
Okay, so there's this Eve Adam pattern here, and then down here, same thing, Eve Adam pattern potential. We lose these lows, then there's no buy at this point. We need some sort of W or fractal here for me to step in. But the range, here's the top of the range, here's the bottom of the range. So we're right at the bottom of the range for this level. Quite long range here. Arquette is one. I don't know if any of y'all followed me on this, but it looks like we're getting a Wyckoff check with this Adam and Eve pattern here. So if this level holds, then I'm going to step back in. I sold a half over here, so adding down here, I mean, just slightly above my entry. But if it comes down here to 88.6, that's basically my entry level, so probably just add there as well. But we only, let me see if that's, yeah, so you could count this as one and then two tags, or it could be 1, 2, 3. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes when you have it like this, but there is that potential that we need one more third tag, which would fill in this daily gap down here. So that is the risk here. And if we lose these Eve levels, then I would step out. And then these white lines are basically the range that we're looking at. There's been going on for some time here. Oh, and it's potential huge inverted head and shoulder here. PWFL. Potential Adam and Eve here. And a potential bot setup. So I'd probably shoot for that 1310 target here. Zooming in closer here. I'd try to get in on this hill here. Probably work a bid here. That all depends on whether the broader market is going to go down or not. Broader market goes down, then I'm probably going to either take a really small nibble there or just hold off on buying. PWFL has options, but they only go after December. I think LQDA is the last one I have for tonight. Same as the previous ones. We're just waiting for that third tag to come down here. And I think that covers all the names I have. Yep. That's all that I have.
Right on.
Is there anything anyone wants me to look at?
Dave, is that an inverted head and shoulders in the middle of that LQDA? Going from about mid-April to now and breaking through it.
So this whole thing would be the left shoulder. Is that what you're thinking?
No, I was thinking the left shoulder from around like April 2nd or something. Then up to your support line, and then down, and then your head being the peak at late May.
I guess I'm not seeing the head here. Are you thinking this is the head?
No, the head. Sorry, the other direction, a downward. Head and
Oh, I
shoulders
see what you're
setting up
saying,
for
yeah.
breakdown.
You're saying a bearish head and
And breaking
shoulders.
through- yeah, bearish head and shoulders.
Oh, bearish. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the left shoulder. Let me see that.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. Good eye. So yeah, we're getting a neckline test. So that kind of
And to me,
gives
that
us
gave a
some
target
Great,
of
bro. I'm long
169.
that one.
Gave a target to 169 ish.
I'm way underwater on that now, I bet. Let's see. Yeah. Ouch.
Wow. Well, if that breaks down all the way 51 cents, ooch.
Guess we did just lose the lows to the last lows, so gotta see what happens here. We just barely did. We haven't gotten yeah.
Well, so if we do get a bounce off of here and it comes back to this midpoint, that would create a potential inverted head and shoulder pattern, which is what I thought you were getting at initially. That was just because I was looking at this with a bullish bias. Something like that. So there you go. We even have a div. I guess we'd have to break this momentum high right here. If we get that swing up. And then looking at the volumes of this, yeah, the impetus looks like it's coming in. If this thing's the head. Anyhow. Anything else you guys want me to look at? Where's the chat?
I don't know. Maybe pick a stock I'm not underwater on that looks like shit.
Sorry, bro. That came up on
I'm just kidding.
my alarm.
I'm just joking.
ENLV.
Yeah, good old ENLV. Whoosh. That's a nice little W down there.
Well, this could be a potential head and shoulder bearish one that gets up to here and then breaks down again. Ideally, I want to see it break above this before I could get interested. Oh, but that's like 16 bucks. We're at 7. Interesting.
That's a nice little breakout.
Yeah, so this is a Adam Eve breakout, so Wyckoff check right here. Oh, okay, so I have an alarm here on this gap after looking at this earlier. And then we do have these tails that can be in as well. That's kind of where I would wait for entry. If that holds, then I'd be happy to step in on that. Ryan, are you long on this already?
I am not. It just showed up on my screeners today. But some of the calls for February do meet SOF criteria. The pricing's a little weird on them. Like the $12.5 calls make sense, but the 10 and the 15 are like way more expensive. They all have huge gaps and from bid to ask too. I put the prices on the chart in the lounge.
Oh, okay.
$17 million shares out. 24% insider ownership on that one. So,
There you go, guys.
If there's any chance to like sneak in with a low bid on that 12.5, I think that's pretty attractive.
yeah, they have a COVID thing going on because they do ARDS, like respiratory disorder stuff, and then they have some phase 2 COVID. I guess it's a drug.
At those, if you could get a good bid in, maybe with a little dip on those 12.5s, I mean, you can make good money even with a 38.2 tag on that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the only that has a big gap like to the downside. If it does lose these lows here, it could come back down to like 550 or something. So that's the only thing, but otherwise it looks good.
Oh yeah, if you scroll back, it does have a pretty big gap right there, like $6.
Yeah, I mean, that was just last year in September too. I remember this one from the huge run up because I was in it. I mean, it looks good. It's just that we see these a lot where they have this gap, and it's just a question. I mean, if it holds its current lows, then rock and roll. But it's like maybe has to come down and fill the like the first W, like that the W way back there before it gapped up. Yeah, that level down there is a possibility. Or even yeah, I like that level too, the middle of that big wide W.
Yeah, I just want to see if it lined up. If that was like the Wyckoff check right now, that what we're getting, but
Oh right,
it's
not quite.
doesn't line up yet.
It's cool
Cool,
though.
yeah,
It's got MACD div was cool.
That one and GLMD, once again, is the only ones worth looking at that showed up on my screeners. There's a ton of volume on GLMD yesterday.
Oh yeah, look at that. Wow.
Yeah, it came up on my alarm too.
Wow, that's a good bulls waking up volume impetus.
That's like way more volume than it's seen in a long time.
So I have the alarm set up to notify me of this.
The last time it had more volume than that was like a summer of 18.
That's funny. This one and the last one are both Israeli biotech. It looks good too. It's same. It kind of the same structure as that other one. Similar share count and insider ownership, and price of cash is nice and low.
On a GLMD, I was thinking like if there's any chance of a gap fill down there, that might be a good place. I think I have some of this from a couple past positions actually.
This gap on the 4-hour.
Yeah. Or on the daily actually too. It's around like 250-ish.
Okay. Yeah, I would wait for this daily gap. I'm not really liking this inverted head and shoulder with this wick the way it is. Just a little too sloppy.
Excuse me. Got
Cool.
the
Thanks for
yawns.
taking a look at them, David. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
What else we got?
You know, that big gap remind me of this one, SINT.
Oh yeah.
It got filled.
This thing again.
Yeah. So I re-entered on this, but then I after this, I think it broke down. Yeah. What was that? 163. Oh, okay, it's the same lows. I have a stop working here. So if it breaks this low, I'm out.
Yeah, those bullish daily candles, but with massive like selling volume on a run up are interesting.
Yeah. You say high selling volume?
Sorry, just high volume, but they came up and then they wicked back down quite a bit
Okay.
both times. So it's a green day, but still massive wicks.
Yeah.
That's just somebody stepping in. Like clearly, people are accumulating, right?
Yeah. Look at that OBV, son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm long. I'm long from 155 on that one. I guess it's about where you are too, David.
Yeah, OBV looks really good on that.
Oh yeah, I'm 154. So
Fucking 1 cent cheaper. Jeez.
Eskimo traders.
Something is wrong because they have 25 million shares. On March there was a 80 million or 90 million trade, right? And the OBV shows that it goes up, right? And so I mean, I don't know if we can trust these numbers, especially on these names.
You mean the OBV reading?
But go back to March of 2021. The volume is 90 million-ish, right? The number of shares for this stock is 25 million.
Yeah, but in those big run-ups, it'll trade like that's not. We see that a lot where the company's trades over several times in one of those pops.
But I agree, but I think this is something like diamond hands, those kind of arguments, right? So it might be people that holding because they were trading and they're not getting out because they're diamond handing, something like that.
And that's why OBV is going up, you mean, or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But that being said, I got a strong buy signal on June 2nd and a buy signal on July 20th. So I think it's a bull, and this stop is at 129.
129. Yep. Oh yeah, this is the one that makes like the. I like this company because they make this like hardcore silicone like coating material and shit. It's just like a high tech materials company.
Syntax.
Yeah, they make like parts for inside, like replacement parts for the human body, and do stuff for aerospace. And I don't know, it just seems like a cool company. But the structure is pretty good too. I mean, it only has 25 million shares out. Price to cash is 1.63. So, I mean, those numbers are good, but
It has warrants.
oh, that's funny.
It's a hell of a strike price you had on your chart, though.
I'm not working that bit anymore. I know that.
That's a crazy looking chart.
Yeah. Where was that strike? It's way up there.
You had like
48
48.
bucks.
It's a long ways away.
We can do it.
Maybe people just think that's an
Leave.
AMD warrant.
Right. No, I thought you meant like AMC stock. Wait, AMD warrant?
The chip maker who was buying
Oh.
ARM.
All right. Well, do you guys want to call her, or is there anything else you want to look at?
I don't have anything.
Going once. Going twice. Bye for now.
Cool. Thanks, everyone. I think we
Thanks,
went through
guys.
a
Y'all have a good night.
couple good names.
Yeah.